Dicksonia antarctica, the Australian tree fern. It's hardy down to about -10 degrees. However, in the UK winters, it can still experience some frost damage. What we are going to do is protect it from this potential frost damage by protecting the growing point at the very top of the plant. This is the tenderest part of the plant, and it's where all of the new fronds unfurl from. Now what we're going to do is to prepare it for the winter and protect the growing points at the very top of the plant, which is where all the new fronds unfurl from. This is the most tender part of the plant. Now, we don't want to mollycoddle it too much because we want it to build up a little bit of resilience to the changing seasons. So we're going to start off by cutting back some of the dead fronds. And you can just fold them like so, and then place this at the top of the plant. This material is so good because it's aerated, and any water that falls on it is just going to drain away. I would recommend using this rather than horticultural fleece because that can just stay wet, and then there's a chance of the top of the plant rotting as a result. Whereas this is aerated and it's free and it's already provided by the plant. So I'm going to do then you just build up some layers, and this will keep it nice and insulated. Now, we are quite lucky in Cornwall because we experience much milder winters than the rest of the UK. If you are living further up north and you are prone to really severe frosts, you can fold the fronds in by lifting them up and tying them in. Another further procedure is lifting the fronds up and wrapping horticultural fleece around this top growing section, and that will just, keep it nice and cozy for the winter. While we're here, we can just cut off some of these dead fronds. If the fronds do die back, not to worry, because in the spring new ones come from this growing point. There we go. Winter preparations for the Dicksonia antarctica vary depending on how mature your tree is. This one, for example, is incredibly old and it's quite tall, so the chances of it being hit and damaged by frost are much slimmer than a younger plant which is much lower to the ground. For those plants, I would suggest wrapping up, especially that top third, the growing point in the crown, with horticultural fleece. And then it should be absolutely fine and new fronds will emerge in the spring.